Iga Swiatek steps into Roland Garros once again, not just with the weight of expectation but with a renewed determination. A three-time defending champion in Paris, she's dominated the French Open like few others in the modern era. But this time, her mission is not just to lift the trophy, it's to shift her mindset. In the lead-up to this year's tournament, Swiatek has been candid. She's not hiding behind past glories or relying on her impressive clay court record. Instead, she's digging deep, looking within, and adjusting the one thing she truly has control over, her attitude. She's decided to be braver, more positive, and more present on court. This resolve comes after a year that, by her standards, has been turbulent. No finals since last year's French Open win. Early exits that stung. A ranking that has slipped from its once comfortable top spot. Most notably, a third-round loss to Danielle Collins in Rome that wasn't just a defeat, it was a wake-up call. The numbers tell one story, 1-6, 5-7. But behind those digits is a player who knows she didn't bring her best. A player who understands that champions are not just made by their wins, but by how they respond to losses. Iga Swiatek has chosen response over retreat. Now ranked number 5 in the world, she arrives in Paris with fire in her eyes and resolve in her voice. The draw in front of her is no walk in the park. She knows it. Everyone knows it. She starts her campaign against Rebecca Shramkova, a match she's expected to win. But this is the French Open. Expectations mean nothing once the ball is tossed. In the third round, she could face the talented Marta Kostyuk, a player with the tools to disrupt any rhythm. Then, looming in the last 16, are names that make headlines, Elena Rybakina and Elena Ostapenko. Rybakina has been a thorn in her side before. Ostapenko. She's one of the few who's had consistent success against Swiatek. Those aren't just matches. They're mental battles. If Swiatek pushes through, Jasmine Paolini could await in the quarterfinals. Then comes the potential showdown with world number 1 Aryna Sabalenka, a rivalry that is becoming one of the most gripping in women's tennis. It's not just about rankings when these two meet, it's about raw power, contrasting styles, and sheer will. And if she survives that, Coco Gauff might be the last hurdle. The American prodigy, now seeded second, has matured since their earlier encounters. She's a different player now, and Swiatek knows it. If the final shapes up that way, it could be a generational clash that defines the tournament. But Swiatek isn't thinking too far ahead. She's focused on the now. On every point, every rally, every decision. That's what she means when she says she's trying to be more positive. It's not about smiling through the storms. It's about embracing them, facing them, and thriving in them. For a player who has tasted Grand Slam glory 5 times already, it's easy to forget she's only 23. There's a maturity to her game, but also a restlessness. She wants to grow, evolve, and lead, not just in rankings, but in attitude. That's why this French Open matters more than the last. Not because of the trophies at stake, but because of the transformation unfolding. She's talked about being more courageous. That courage will be tested, not just by her opponents but by the moment. Paris demands everything. It demands physicality, resilience, adaptability. Swiatek has all of that. But this time, she's adding emotional growth to the mix. She's embracing discomfort. She's embracing uncertainty. And she's doing it with purpose. As the clay crunches under her feet and the cheers echo across court Philippe Chatrier, she'll be carrying more than just a racket. She'll carry experience, pressure, ambition, and above all, belief. Swiatek knows that mental strength is the final frontier in elite tennis. Physical tools can take you far, but attitude. That's what brings titles. So don't just watch her forehand or her movement. Watch her face. Watch her body language. That's where the change is happening. She's here not just to win, but to grow. To redefine what it means to dominate. To be a champion who evolves. Iga Swiatek has arrived in Paris once more. But this time, she's not just defending a title. She's building a legacy.